Okay, so we're back to our numbered list. So we're going to go back to the code and we're going to grab the heading for an ordered list and the code that we need. So let's copy that. We're going to paste it under the numbered list. I'm going to make that say ordered list right there in the comment. Okay, so like I said, put whatever you want. I'm going to say my favorite sports teams. And I want 5 things, so I need to have 5 rows. So I'm going to take out these drinks. Okay, I'm going to copy 2 of them, 2 of the li/li tag sets, and then like down below, all we have to do to list the items is type between the li and the /li tags. So I'm going to say the Michigan Wolverines. I'm going to say the New England Patriots. I'm going to say the Detroit Red Wings. I'm going to say the New York Yankees. And I'm going to say the Boston Celtics. Like I said, do 5 favorite whatevers. It doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and save that however you need to save in Notepad++. Go back to your browser and do a refresh. Okay, so the reason that I see my favorite sports teams before I see my favorite candy is because that code comes first. So just like in a regular program, the code works from the top down. So we do things at the top, the headings, the paragraphs, and now the list. So we're doing good. Now, probably the thing you're most eager to learn how to do is to make a working link. So we're just going to start off with something simple. And again, I'm going to use W3 Schools to help me. So I'm going to click on HTML links. Now, this might seem counterintuitive what the tag is going to be. So let's read what it says. Links are found in nearly all web pages. Links allow users to click their way from page to page. HTML links are hyperlinks. You can click on a link and jump to another document. When you move the mouse over a link, the mouse arrow will turn into a little hand. All right. So the tag for a link is actually A. So just like before, we have, it starts with an A, ends with a /A, but there's more involved this time. So A starts the tag, and then inside we have something called an attribute. So it's a special piece of information that goes along with the tag. And href equals is the attribute. So href stands for hypertext reference. And it says it's equal to the URL inside of quotes. Here's an example. So if I want to make a link to W3 Schools, I have to copy the hyperlink and I paste it after it says href equals. I have to put it between double quotes. If we go back and study the syntax of the link command, I have to put that first. Then I have the link text. So this is what it's going to look, the link is going to look like, what I need to click on. And then to end the link, I'm going to put /A. Okay? So this time we're going to do this a little differently. I'm going to first get a new tab and I'm going to go to a website like Yahoo. Okay, here's Yahoo. This is the link I want to go to. Okay? So we're going to come back to our W3 Schools. Let's copy this example right here. So I want to make a link. Let's Control C. Let's go to our text edit. And under link, let's paste that code. So I'm telling you, I want to make a link to Yahoo. So I need the URL. I'll tell you, the easiest way to do this is just to click a tab, go to where you want to go. Then come up here and do a Control-C. Copy it, go back to your code, and you have to put that URL right where it says URL. So let's do a Control-V. Now, by default, there is some text, link text. I want you to see what this does. So let's hit File and Save. Let's go back to our web page and do a refresh. Now, if I scroll down, oh, look, I see a new link. How do I know it's a link? Because it's got a color, it's got an underline. Also notice that when I roll over, even though it's hard to see because some of my stuff's in the way. Here, let me move this up. Let me hide that too. So it tells you in W3 Schools, is one thing to notice is that when I roll over the link, you can see the link over here on the right side. So I roll over, that's where you're going to go. But since I'm going to Yahoo, shouldn't it say Yahoo? Right now it says link text. So I think we need to go back to our code. When you put in your link text, it really should be something to indicate the name of the website or where you're going. So instead of clicking on link text, you should click on Yahoo because that's where you're going. So let's go ahead and do a file save. And if we go back to our web page and do a refresh, now our link says Yahoo. So I would like you to close, I'm going to close Yahoo. So my website is running off the file. So if I click this, it takes me to Yahoo. But one thing that I don't like is that where's my web page? Instead of opening a new tab, it replaced the web page that I was working with. So I'm going to hit the back button. I want to put in a command that will, when I click it, open up a new tab. So let's go back to W3 Schools. And we're going to scroll down a little bit. And we're going to scroll and we're going to scroll. Okay, and we're looking for something called an attribute. And we're looking for the target attribute. So what is an attribute? Well, let's look at this example. So when we made the original link, you remember the A, and I told you href was an attribute. Well, there's another attribute called target. Target attribute specifies where to open the linked document or the link. I want to open in a new tab. So if I look through this list, it says opens the linked document in a new window or tab. So what I need to do is inside the A tag for the hyperlink, I'm just going to grab this right here. And all I have to do is add it inside of my link tag. So let's do a Control-C. Go back to my text editor. And after this href, but after the double quote, but before the link closes, I put target equals blank. So let's go ahead and save that. And let's do a refresh. Now, initially, nothing looks like it changed. But if that command works the way it's supposed to, if I click on Yahoo, now it opens in a new tab. So I can go back to my tab to the left. This is where I was. This is what opened. Now, the nice thing, again, about HTML is once you get one thing working, it's really easy to copy and paste. So I would like you to pick 2 other websites of your choosing and put in links.